Welcome back to Old Guy REI. In this episode of Work Van Confessions After Dark, I wanted to chat for a minute about something that happened the other day. My cousin, Lucas, he's worked with me for quite some time now, and the other day we got to the job site and he brought in for me a bag of Mexican sweetbread. We call it pan dulce. And instead of digging into it right away, my first thought was, I'll wrap it up and save it so I could share it with Cynthia when I got home. She's done that quite often over the years as well, where some of her kids, sometimes they'll bake her cookies, or sometimes even their families will make her a delicious meal and bring it to school for her. But she'll usually maybe grab a taste, but save the rest so we can share it when she gets home. So I guess my thought is that I wish for you the same kind of person in your life. Someone who puts you first. Someone who's on this real estate journey with you, and not just real estate, right? It's everything. I think the other day one of my friends was talking about how he used to work at a truck driving school. He was an instructor, and he used to have couples come in that were in the military, and the husband would be looking for a job, a trucking job, to have him be out on the road for weeks at a time, because that was a way to save their relationship. They were in the military for such a long time, and they were apart a lot, but when they were getting ready to maybe retire from the military, they were together every day, every minute of every day, and found that they didn't really like that too much, and needed some separation. And I just thought, why don't they just quit? Why don't they just, that doesn't sound like a good marriage to me, a good relationship. Why wouldn't you just separate instead of putting yourself through that and having to be away from home? I know guys too, my local friends that don't necessarily like to go home. They'll stay working late, or they'll take jobs on the weekends and things like that. But I just feel bad, because I think what I have is super special. And there's not too many other relationships out there like ours, like Cynthia's and mine. But I do wish that for people, for my friends, and for all of you guys out there, to have somebody to go on the journey with you, whatever it is. I think a lot of times money separates couples. One person, is the saver. One person is the spender. And they even kid around about remodeling. If you guys can survive a remodel, then your marriage is probably pretty strong. So it's kind of crazy. I just, people stay together for a lot of the wrong reasons, and it doesn't, I don't mean to say that it's been super easy. We've even been through challenges, a lot of ups and downs, not, I wouldn't say relationship wise, but just things that happen, financially and things like that. We've been through quite a bit, but we've always had each other's backs. So I think it's super important. I hope that you have that too.